Alright, so I've done one video, ASMR style, and I might do more, especially since I got a couple comments. That's always fun to feel. But today, instead of talking about some of the perfumes I have in my collection, I think I'd rather do something more budget friendly in ASMR if I can. And I'm gonna show people how I make my own custom creations. So you can maybe make your own perfumes and get some cheaper quality products than what these designer and niche houses are charging. Yeah. Alright, so what I'm going to be using is for this scent, I'm trying to make my own custom summer hybrid. We're going to be using some Hedione, pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. Hedione. It's like a jasmine compound. Let me look it up so I'm not spreading false information. Yeah, it's a jasmine-like floral scent known to add freshness, volume, and radiance to fragrances. So that's why I buy that. Because a lot of times, these perfume oils don't have adequate amount of iso super or Hedione or ambergris, or ambroxan, whatever you want to add. Then we're going to use some, well, hold on, I don't know if you guys could see, I forgot. There's nothing in front of me. So there's the Hedione from that Perfumer Supply House. Hold on. Yeah, you hear all that? Probably destroying the aroma chemicals doing that, so I won't do that too much. Ooh. And the next thing I'm gonna need for this is gonna be ISO Super E. I'm almost out of this shit. It's a backbone to a lot of my custom or homemade perfumes. And it's known for a woody amber scent, velvet-like sensation, and is a workhorse molecule. I love adding it to stuff. And then we're gonna have a perfume bottle here, a little custom 50 milliliter bottle. Then I have an old Xerjoff lid. I was like, it'd be cool to. Sometimes I keep my lids just to throw on my custom bottles. So yeah. So now it's got its own little personality. I don't know if you guys can see any of this. If not, I apologize. I'll need my perfume oils, which I'm going with Miris, which I think that's how you pronounce it. They do make pretty good quality stuff. It's from the Ukraine. Every Miris scent I've got, I've liked. Now, I do not like their custom creations. I don't know what they're doing, but I like making my own creations using their oils. Works great. So for this summer hybrid I'm trying to make, I'm gonna go with, I hate that they don't put the names on them, but regardless, I'm going with Invictus Aqua. Pretty sure that's the name of it. And then for a more sophisticated, office-friendly, safe backbone, I'm gonna use some Acqua di Gio Profumo. Just so we can get some maturity there. I'm too old to just be smelling like bubblegum. But I like having a funness to my perfumes. Or cologne, perfumes. I'm not insecure. Alright, so what you're gonna need before you kick off with anything, unless you're a daredevil, some gloves. Oh. Alright. Because if you don't wear gloves, you risk the chance of not only stinking for the day, which you don't smell bad, you'll just smell strong, but you get olfactory fatigue, because these are some powerful perfume oils. I hate having big hands. Ah, damn. Oh, it's so tight. Jesus. There we go. These are supposedly large. Ooh, sorry about that. These are supposedly large gloves. Jeez. Check out XL. Alright, let's get this other one on. Hopefully there's no snaps. I apologize because I'm not editing. That's the purpose of this, is that it's just ease of access. Because if I got to stop and edit and no one's watching, it feels pointless, you know? But no worry, it gives me a ceiling to forever reach for as I continue to make videos, knowing I can always push the production value going forward. Alright, so we have our gloves. Gonna take our perfume bottle, pop that bad boy open, unscrew it. Really, make sure it's really a beautiful bottle. It kind of looks like a Valentino. Born in Sumo's house instead of born in Roma, born in Missouri. All right. I don't really need the funnel yet. I'm gonna start with my ISO Super E. And to any real perfumers out there, I apologize. I just go by what I like in my sense, and I'm gonna go with a milliliter of ISO Super E. That's more than they put in Molecule from what I hear. Molecule 2. In my mind just means my scents will last long, project, and don't need any additives like a molecule or anything like that. So we went ahead and put a milliliter of ISO Super E in there. Make sure you get every drip, because this stuff was not expensive, honestly. It's like $10 for 25 grams. I put 25 milliliter, my bad. I put a milliliter per or gram per perfume I make, depending on the perfume, of course, but majority of them. And this is that Hedione, that jasmine, which will make it a little more floral, make it a little more summery, and a lot more office safe, because as much as I love wearing scents like Afnan, Night Out, or Oud Maracuja, or any of the scents I really like, you know, those heavier, the sexy ones, D&G the One. You can't really walk into the office smelling sexy all the time. It's no bueno. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and just, I don't think it makes any noise. Silently fire. No, I should have did it like this. No worries, I'll avenge you guys. You'll see me pour something else in close to camera. Alright, because sometimes I do a balance if I want one more than the other, but I kind of want this to be equally sweet, equally, you know, mature, so I'm going 50-50. We're aiming for a extreme excrete, whatever. We're gonna have over 22 milliliters of oil in this 50 milliliter bottle. 20 milliliters of it are perfume oils, 10 of each DNA, and then our 2 additives, our backbones. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at that little perfume oil. So you're gonna take this bad boy. You're just gonna pop that top. Ooh. That smells good as hell. This right here has to be Acqua di Gio Profumo. I don't know why I'm saying it all like I got some type of accent, but this is definitely the Acqua di Gio. Smells amazing. All right. Hopefully you guys can see this. Hopefully I don't make a mess, because this stuff does not come out of the carpet easy. Ask me how I know. Ask me. All right, let's do this. Pouring that in gently. You gotta be easy, baby. Oh yeah. I'm a greedy Gus. Get every drip, every cent of what I paid for in that bottle. All right. One down. With these gloves, I really don't have no nails, but one down, one to go. If you're with me this long, 50%. Almost done. Okay, now let's crack open this Invictus. See what it hits like. When we're done, I'll read the notes that I've combined, and while the scent profile won't be 100% yet, because of maturation and everything else, I'll still get a damn decent idea what it'll smell like. That's fire too. Ooh. Oh yeah. That's some good stuff. Boy. I would say Miris does a good job. Alright, here goes nothing. Ooh. Gently. There we go. There we go. Oh, yeah. Like I said, every little drip. Can't leave nothing behind. Now, if you buy from the Miris website, I'll say, I think this was $3 and that was $2.30 or something like that. So we're looking at about $5 for these two with shipping. I think $11. So nothing too insane here. We're not really talking about anything super duper expensive or crazy right now to make a very high level excrete with very, to my opinion and nose, very high quality oils. Alright, so now we're gonna come to one of the last steps, and that's just gonna be putting in my denatured alcohol. I used to buy Perfumer's alcohol, but this right here was like $4 or $5 for 8 fluid ounces, or how I make it, that's like easily 4 bottles if you do 50 milliliters. You can do 4 50s in one 30 milliliter bottle and still have 6 milliliters left if you mess up on anything. So it's a good little buy and a good way to make something spectacular, hopefully. I don't want to talk too soon. So now we're going to take our funnel, pop it in there. Now with the funnels, I'm going to be honest, do not leave it on there stationary, like when you go to pour. I don't know if it's cheaper funnels or I don't know, but they fill up and make a mess, so it's better to just leave a little space. It's filling up. Just gonna leave a little space so I can do some light stirring around. Okay, that's enough. That's perfect right there. Perfect for me, at least. And I'm gonna put on this towel over here. I'm gonna waste that glove. Alright, now we got it assembled. Let's put our atomizer in there. Get it nice and Get it nice and tight. And then you don't want to be too crazy here, you know. You don't want to make a mess. You don't want to add too much air to the perfume. Now, honestly, normally I would, I don't plan to touch this for at least 2 months. We're in May now. Probably won't bust this bad boy out to July. I've worn some next day, but really they smell better as the oils break down the alcohol. Everything gets a time to settle more thoroughly. I mean, you get an immediate breakdown, but the oils the alcohol gets saturated with the oils after a while as they break down. That's what I've been told, and that's what I think. So if I'm wrong, enlighten me. All right, so now that got everything broken down, or decently, here's what our finished product looks like. I'm gonna print a label, probably name this Acqua di Invictus, or Acqua di Aqua. We'll see what I choose. All right. I'm actually gonna step off the camera for 2 seconds. Ooh, loud chair. Alright, so if you've watched any fragrance YouTube, you know this right here is a smell strip or a scent strip or whatever you want to call it. I am going to remove these gloves because I like to feel what's real. Okay. Basically, there's a pretty bottle. In the end, it really does look like a dope product. I mean, it's got its own layer of homemade niche to it, but it's not bad. I mean, I won't be embarrassed to put it in my collection. Not at all. All right. Let's see what day one smells like. How did I do? We'll go from there. Like I said, this won't be I'm aiming for a summer banger. Off bat, that's heat. Yeah, that's heat. Got that rosemary, those C notes, but then you have that sweetness. Ooh. Oh yeah, I did say I would, ooh, damn, that's fire. That's getting more around the office like crazy. Ooh. Alright, what are the notes that I combine? I did say I would say that, so I won't leave people hanging. We'll start with Acqua di Gio Profumo. I keep doing that, adding all this extra to it. Alright, so what are the notes to that? Alright, so supposedly the notes for one half of this duo are C notes, bergamot, rosemary, sage, geranium. That's the middle notes, my bad. And the base notes are incense and patchouli. Armani presented its popular masculine aquatic fragrance Acqua di Gio in 1996. Nearly 20 years later, a new version of the fragrance was launched, Acqua di Gio Profumo. Elegant, airy, and deep. The fragrance symbolizes the merging of sea waves and black rocks. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Smells fire. Can't wait for that to, like, really, I mean, it's just, that was the worst it's gonna smell. And that was amazing. So, if it just gets better, cool. And then Invictus Aqua. Let's go with the notes. Another sniff. Oh, this smell, man, it's very... it's just good. Alright, so for Invictus Aqua, the top notes are grapefruit, middle notes are sea notes, the base notes are amber wood. I'm sure there's more than that. They be greedy, they hiding those notes. But yeah, I wanted something fun, a little fruity. I think I got it here. Alright. Yes, I mean, the combination here is fire. Not to ramble off too much, but just so anyone else, you know. Ooh, loud. Ooh, that's what I say right here. As a budget boy tip, you'd be shocked. You can make with a little imagination. Some chemicals, gloves, and alcohol. I have a MFK 724 I've made. Beautiful. Bought my own, or didn't buy my own. I made my own Blue de Chanel. All of these right here. Maybe $40 in investment. All smell great. All have great longevity. I mean, I'm getting all day performers out of this stuff. So, and the compliments. Ooh wee. Seriously, don't get caught in the hype. There's a lot of ways to Nirvana. Find your path. If you want to spend big money, go ahead. I'm certainly guilty of it. I have quite a few name brands in my collection. But if you want to save $1, have a little fun, learn more about perfume, and actually, you know, do something cool with the hobby instead of just gush over the bottles. This is a dope alternative. I mean, you save money, you learn more, you make dope things. Yeah, but both are cool, both are valid. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna end it here. Hope someone learned something. If not, I tried. Peace.